Hey there, it's Ryan K with RyanKMarketing.com. I just wanted to send you out a little Easter message today. Happy Easter, and if you don't celebrate Easter, then hope you're having a great day anyways. Happy Sunday. Uh, Today's topic I wanted to talk to you about, I was reading this blog post here by this Melanie Duncan. I don't know, somehow, one way or another, I got on her list. But this was a pretty cool little post that she had about how to stop wasting your time. Now, this is a big issue with most of us. We think that we'd like to try to make excuses, say that we don't have enough time to get things done, that that there's just not enough time in the day to get everything done that we want to do. We get done with our work if we have a job, we get home from our work and we're tired. We don't have enough time to get our chores done around the house. We don't have time to spend time with our kids if we got a family. We don't have enough time to get on the computer and start doing some extra work to make a living online, or make a little extra scratch to get us by. And I believe that this is just some big excuses. Now, if you really start to try to track your daily activities and you look at the things that you do, you'll start to really understand. It's like counting calories. You look at the time that you spend on things and you realize that you really waste a lot of time doing some different activities that you really don't need to do. Now, you know, I'm here reading this article here, and I could have been doing something else, but I felt I got some value out of it. Plus, this she's a pretty cute girl here, this Melanie Duncan. So yeah, I had to watch. I wanted to see what she had to say, and she's easy on the eyes. Beyond that, there's some different things you can take a look at. Now, our kids, in our younger society today, they are, I think, wasting their time on video games. Now, I played video games when I was younger, but it's not like it is today. I mean, this is ridiculous. There's kids that are on these video games for 5 to 8 hours a day, when they get home from school. I mean, they're already home from school at 3 o'clock, and they're on these video games for until they have to go to sleep at night. Now, when you take a look at things and you say that how much time of my life is going to be spent doing something worthwhile. Now, if we're trying to build a business, we need to start dedicating some time towards those things. Another thing is watching TV. Now, when I grew up, I was a big fan. I mean, I still am. I love entertainment. I like watching movies. I like watching TV programs. I like watching sports. Now, I'm watching the basketball game right now, Duke and Louisville, but I'm also making a video. Now, I'm doing some multitasking, and a lot of times they say, doing multitasking, you're not going to get enough done. But right now, I got the basketball game on mute, so I could make this video. Um, People. There's also, these kids are going watching. They're watching their video games. They're playing their video games for 4 or 5 hours a day or more, and you can easily watch 4 or 5 hours of TV a day. And like say the prime time television starts at 8 o'clock in the evening, or even if you put on the TV when you got home and you're watching 6 o'clock news or something like that. So you have the TV on from 6 o'clock to probably after the news. Maybe you're watching the Late Show with Jay Leno, or you're watching David Letterman or something like that, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, you've had the TV on for over 7 hours. Okay, that's a lot of time to have that boob tube on, and it can get to be where you are really your life is starting to pass you by, and it's all been because you have your eyes glued on the boob tube. That's why they call it the boob tube, because you're a big booby if you watch it too much. Um, Another time suck is our Facebook amount. Facebook has been invaluable to me because getting in contact with old friends and keeping up to date with what's happening. I've been able to rekindle some relationships that I had fallen behind on, and I hadn't, didn't know where my friends were, and didn't have their contact information, and was able to, find them here on Facebook. Um, but again, if you're spending 2, 3, 4 hours on Facebook, checking in all the time, seeing what everybody's doing, you got to post, these people, you see these kids also, in not just kids, adults, that are spending, they got their face in their telephone, their smartphone. They don't even, you go out to dinner with people and they're all, tweeting and, doing their Facebooking and all this on their phone and not even paying attention to the conversation. It's pretty crazy. Now, again, there's value in something like Facebook. If you're doing things that are, keeping up with friends, you're making contact with people, you're networking and this and that, it can be very a positive thing. Now, uh, I got some different things. I like to see a lot of concerts. I like to interact with different friends that, that are telling me that they were at the concert, or what have you. Now, but I don't spend hours a day on Facebook. I like to check in now and then, see if somebody sent me a message, have a chat with some friends, this and that. But again, you got to start monitoring your time and make sure that what you're doing is for your benefit. Are you reaching your goals? These are my lovely kids here, my twin boys, Jonah and Dylan. And I'm working online to help make a better life for me and my family. Um, Another thing, what I wanted to show you is you may say, okay, I don't have enough time in the day, and then you go to you do these different things. You waste some time in your day. You don't get any exercise. You don't do any of this, but you'd be surprised that if you do the math and you look at things like, say that you say, I need 8 hours of sleep a night. Well, okay, well, maybe you don't need 8 hours of sleep a night, but what you need is you need some exercise. You need some exercise so that you can get more energy, more vitality in your life, have a good diet. And so now what you could say is, I can get 7 hours of sleep. Now let's do some math here. Okay, I'm going to bring up the calculator here, and let's just bring it right over here. Now, I was thinking about this a little bit ago. Now, say that you got 7 hours of sleep a night rather than 8. That's 1 hour extra a day. Okay, let's do 1 hour extra a day times 365 days a year equals 365. 365 hours extra. Now, say that like I'm 40, almost 42 years old, and if I have, luckily another 50 years of life left, let's say that I'm going to do times 50, okay, that's 18,250 hours of life that I could be enjoying doing things that get me ahead in life, to spend time with my children, to do whatever I want. That's 18,000 hours. Okay, let's divide that by 24 hours in a day. 24 hours in a day. Okay, that's 760 days extra life that I get to live in. And let's just now let's just do the division. Divided by 365 days in a year, that's 2.08 years of life I've added to my waking life. I've added to my life. Okay. Now, you can see just 1 extra hour a day that you aren't sleeping, that you aren't wasting time on the Facebook or watching a TV program that you don't need to watch. Just add it up. Okay. Now let's just say that was 2 extra hours a day. Okay. So we'll just do times 2. Now that's 4.1 or 4.17 years of added life. Okay? Now, instead of, like, say that I did live to 92 years old, if I didn't add those 2 extra hours of activity in a day, if I was just sleeping it off, or if I was, wasting time on frivolous activities, then it would be like I'd only lived 88 years. I've just eliminated 4 years of my life. Okay? Now, many people will be easy to say you've wasted 3 hours in a day just doing random things. I've wasted 3 hours with 1 extra hour of sleep. I've wasted an extra hour on Facebook, and I watched a program I didn't need. I didn't need to watch Jay Leno. I didn't need to watch or spend this much extra time doing this. I should have been doing some meditation. I should have been reading a book. I should have been doing some exercise. Um, you know, again, beneficial things, reading a self-help book, or listening to some audios, or doing some you know projections for tomorrow, what you want to do, what you need to do, map out your next day. These things are valuable time spent. Okay? But if I was to say, now let's say, let's just do, we'll just add it. Okay, what do we say? Now if I put two more years onto this, let's say plus 2.08. Okay, well, anyways, that's like 6 years. So 3 extra hours a day is like 6 years of your life. You can add 6 years of extra beneficial time to your life if you can get yourself healthy, get yourself with a sound mind, where you aren't letting distractions of the world like Facebook, the TV, you know, if you're into these things like video games and different things like that, allow yourself to enjoy more life and enjoy it better if you're healthy. And, let's add the years to our life. Let's not waste them. Let's add quality to our life. That way we can live happy, healthy, wealthy, wise. Okay? So I hope that helps you out in your thought process of not wasting time, and not being in a place where you're wasting. You could be adding 4 years of enjoyment. Think about if you had 2 weeks of vacation a year. Okay, let's just do this. 2 weeks of vacation a year that you get to do whatever you want. Okay, now let's see, 4.16, just by an extra 2 hours a day, 4.166 years of extra life to live. Okay? And if we're in the mentality that this is vacation time, like if we were at a job and vacation time that we get, how much is that? Okay? 4.166 years. Let's do times 52, because there's 52 weeks in a year, and that's times 4.166 years, equals 216 weeks. 216.63 weeks. Okay? And typical 2 weeks vacation time per year at a job. If you've worked at a job for longer than that, for longer than like 5 to 10 years, they're going to give you possibly 3 weeks, maybe if you're lucky 4 weeks. If you lived in Europe, that's just default. They're going to give you like 4 or 5 weeks just when you start out. I mean, they welcome vacation time there. Here in America, we have to work our asses off and get no reward for it. And that's unfortunate. That's why many of us are online, trying to make our living online, because we want to afford to have the freedom to make our own decisions, to be able to go and do as we please. And that's the liberty that we would try to and you know, in most cases, try to fulfill in our lives, and what we will fulfill in our lives. So 216 weeks. So if we were going to be getting 2 weeks of vacation a year, let's just say that we're going to divide that by 2. It would take us 108 years. 108 years to amass that vacation time. Do you have 108 years of life to live in order to get that type? If you just made a conscious effort not to waste 2 hours a day on things you know you probably could do without, like spending time on Facebook, watching television, or doing something like video games. If you can just eliminate those 2 hours, or get one less hour of sleep a day, get 7 hours rather than 8, and eliminate 1 hour extra of that stuff that you're wasting time on, you could potentially have 216 weeks of extra life to live, to go on vacation. Just think of that 218 weeks, or but again, it would say it would take you 108 years to amass that 218 weeks of vacation time. 218 weeks, or 16 weeks, that you could be out enjoying. Just think of yourself out in the Caribbean, or in Hawaii, having a vacation, spending time with your kids while they're growing up. Think about those things. And while you think about those things, think about the things that you're wasting your time on in your daily life, where you're saying, I don't have enough time to get things done. You do have enough time to get things done. You're just wasting your time on other things that you don't need to be spending your time on. So reconsider those things, look towards the future, and realize there's enough time. We just need to spend our time wisely. Okay? So if you enjoyed what you heard today, I appreciate if you leave a comment below, and tell me what you think you may be able to change in your life so that you can gain these extra, let's say, 108 years worth of vacation time that you have coming to you. Don't waste your time. Get on it. Get working. Earn the hours that you deserve. The extra hours that you can use to benefit your life for the better. Okay? We'll talk to you soon on my next blog post or my next video. I appreciate your time. We'll talk to you soon.